Yep. Tomorrow is the only chance that I have. Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite TV shows, and today, I'm tired. And today, I'm gonna be doing a TV show review of Touch Season 2. So Touch is a TV show created by Tim Kring of Heroes. And if you know Touch Season 1, you would know that Touch is about a boy named Jake Baum and his dad named Martin Baum. And they were in New York in Season 1, and Martin started to realize that Jake has these superpowers, that Jake can predict everything going on in the world. And so Martin would follow Jake's leads and clues and numbers, especially numbers, to help strangers all across the world, and hopefully some peace and justice can be brought in the world. And because Jake is a special person, a corporation called Corp is trying to hunt down Jake and kill Martin if Martin refuses to give Jake. So Martin and Jake decided to flee to the west end of the United States, that is Los Angeles, California. And that's basically the plot. And then we have Touch Season 2, where it completely changes its format. They fled to LA. They met Lucy, who is Amelia's mother, and Amelia is a girl who also has these crazy superpowers like Jake does, who can see all these numbers and probabilities, and Amelia and Jake were also very special. And so they have two goals: to find Amelia for Lucy and for Jake, and to fight Corp on the way, because Corp is an evil corporation, and they want to use these clever people and conduct tests, and it's making people suffer, actually. And in the meantime, we have another dude called Guillermo Ortiz, and he's apparently one of the 36 smart people in the world, including Jake and Amelia, and he wants to kill off all the 36 smart person in the world because he thinks that this is the plan of God, and he thinks that by doing this he is serving God. So he's kind of crazy, he's kind of out of his mind. He carries a knife and he slices people with it, and he's bad. And Martin and Jake and Amelia and Lucy were running away from him. And that's basically it for the plot. Pretty simple, actually. And similar to Season 1, the plot relies heavily on these coincidences to bring people together, to bring events together. And as usual, they are pretty interesting and pretty entertaining, not gonna lie. However, on this season, instead of Martin and Jake going out helping random strangers here and there, they are following a very linear line because they have very clear goals and objectives. So yes, the format of Season 2 is completely different. They have a clear goal and objective. And as for the performances, I think they leave a bit to be desired. Not that they're bad, but meh. We have David Mazouz as the autistic kid Jake, and of course he treats everyone around him like they're invisible, and he pretends that nothing is happening in front of him. He's always keeping a straight face all the time, and he's not talking for most of the time on the show. And then we have Amelia, who just acts like, I know the show is not supposed to be like a realistic show. It's a fictional show, but it's made and it's written to feel so realistic, and yet we have these children and people possessing these superpowers, and it just feels a little out of place. It almost feels kind of ridiculous, actually. We have Amelia just acting so stoic and acting so calm and collected, and she's always acting like we have 87% chance of getting out, and we have 74% chance of getting this, and then we have 56% chance of getting that. That's how she acts. And Martin, played by Kiefer Sutherland, he's always panting, he's always in a panic, and Lucy, I'm not a huge fan of her character. Like, she has this sassy, like, I don't give a fuck kind of attitude in an annoying way. So yeah, the characters, they aren't that strong as well. And we also have Trevor, who's a good friend of Martin's in season 2 as well. And we also have Avram from season 1. And it's actually kind of bad that a lot of the characters from season 1 didn't end up in season 2. So, let's, just go through all the episodes in Season 2 in high speed. We have the first episode of Season 2, Event Horizon, where they arrive at LA, they learn about Lucy, they learn that Lucy is actually Amelia's mom, and they didn't learn about Trevor. They went to Trevor because Trevor was Martin's friend, and, it's a pretty okay episode. I mean, there are entertaining bits, but in the full scheme of things, it's not really all that, eventful. And then we have episode 2, Closer, where it's a little bit more entertaining, but it's still kind of here and there. And we also learned that Amelia is actually kept in a house, who is also the residence of Calvin, who was working for Astor Corps, but lately, or should I say, on that episode, left Astor Corps. And then we have episode 3, Enemy of My Enemy, where it gets more interesting. Martin and Lucy started to work with Calvin, trying to fight back Astor Corps while secretly trying to get Amelia back. And meanwhile, across the world, we have this girl in Pakistan whose husband, who works for Astor Corps, and whose husband needs Martin's help. So Martin helped that girl leave Pakistan, and I think that's actually a pretty nice storyline. Okay, calm down, please. Let me make my TV show review. And then we have episode 4, Perfect Storm, where Avram is back, and Avram is being approached by the crazy smart killer Guillermo, and that was an intense scene. And also Martin is saving victims from Astor Corps, starting off with one of the smart person. I forgot the name, sorry, but you get the idea. And then we have the episode Eye to Eye, where Jake and Amelia start to connect their thoughts and start to exist in this dimension together, and they are having a conversation in that dimension because their mind were connected. I mean, as far-fetched as that plot point goes, I mean, I don't know, man. However, episode 5, Broken, is a pretty good episode, not gonna lie, where Lucy is just so close to getting Amelia. So close. Just 150 feet. Yes. Or meters. Was it meters? Feet away from Amelia before Amelia got taken back by Astor Corps. So that was pretty intense. Not gonna lie. And on the same episode, before Lucy almost got Amelia, Lucy tried to fight Calvin because Lucy learned that Calvin actually knows where Amelia is. I should start using present tense because it feels more natural. And then we have Ghosts, where it's a battle episode, and it's a really interesting episode because it takes place in one facility at one night because Guillermo wants to kill Jake. And it all happens in this facility called Break Wire, where Trevor worked. And, so Trevor and, an old friend of Trevor's and Martin's, Dutch, and Martin and Lucy and Jake were in the building, and Guillermo suddenly caused this blackout in the building, and Guillermo wanted to hunt down Jake and kill him, and oh boy, it's actually really intense. The last scene is actually really, really intense, and I gotta say, pretty entertaining, not gonna lie. And then we have the next episode, Reunions, and judging by the title, you can immediately tell what happens. Lucy reunites with Amelia, and it's really emotional, and what happened before the reunion is also pretty interesting. It's really interesting to see Martin trying to communicate with Amelia for the first time, even though Amelia already knew everything because she has superpowers. And then we have the episode Clockwork, where for some stupid ass reasons, Martin and Jake and Lucy and Amelia part ways. And that is a very dumb decision in my opinion. But anyways, because they part ways, Lucy was attacked by Astrocore and stuff happened and it sucks. And at the same time, on Martin and Jake's side, they have to find another one of the 36, another super smart dude whose name is Green, Philip Green. And, he has something for Jake. Then we have the episode 2 of a Kind, where, spoiler alert. Should I give a spoiler alert? Yeah, I should. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. So, Guillermo dies on this episode at the very end. And originally I thought it is pretty interesting and entertaining, despite the fact that the first half of the episode kind of drags on. However, the more I think about it, the more I think that Guillermo's death is so rushed and it's so nonsensical. And it's such a weird 180 turn from I want to kill Jake and I'm gonna kill myself. So I'm just not vibing with this episode all that much. And then up next we have Accused, where it's probably the least eventful episode on the entire season. Martin started to associate with this detective, and both of them wants to uncover the dark secrets of Astrocore. That's basically it. And we also learn about the whole sleep experiment thing, where Astrocore runs a sleep clinic, where it helps smart people to fall asleep. And one of the smart people is actually one of the 36, whose name is Dr. McCormick. And on the next episode, Fight or Flight, with Martin's help, Trevor actually broke into the sleep clinic, trying to secretly get Dr. McCormick. And it was another pretty well written episode, not gonna lie. And at the end, we have the episode Leviathan. And for the entire episode, Avram is grounded in like a house or something, so he didn't have anything to do, and it's just such a weird decision for the writers. As a writer, I would put Avram on the episode and make him be this key character, because he had been on the show since season 1. So if Avram isn't really included in the epic climax of the show, it would be a little weird. But still, I enjoyed a bulk of the episode. I think the episode it's an intense, it's an epic, it's a climactic ending, and that's all I have to say, really. So I don't think there's really much to say about the show, because every episode is just kinda okay. I'm kinda lukewarm at most of the episodes. There are a couple of episodes that stood out, but still overall I think the writing is actually not as bad as I thought. The characters were so, and I think after season 2 I really don't know how the show will expand, because on the entire season 2 I don't see the writers, I don't see Tim Crane making an effort to expand the universe, and I'm also kind of starting to lose interest at the universe that is Touch. But still, it's not that bad. I enjoy the show quite a bit, and it's canceled after season 3, so there's no season 3. So yes, my favorite episode here is Ghosts, and my least favorite is Accused. I'm giving Touch Season 2, I'm saying Touch Season 2 is meh, and I'm giving it a 6 to a 7 out of 10. So, have you watched Touch Season 2? From 1 to 10, how much did you rate it? Like if you like it, hate if you hate it, and subscribe if you want more. And I have no idea why, but my voice feels so fucking raspy. Why?